I read the apology when I got all the way to the end because it was a little long. But when I got to the end, like I had to sit with myself for a minute. Like it was no longer really about Kanye.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scores and Assists, where we break down the latest headlines and bring you fresh takes on everything sports and culture. From trending news to game highlights and hot debates, we've got it all. Hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. So after Kanye West pulled out a full-page newspaper ad to apologize for his previous anti-Semitic comments, the rapper is doubling down and attempting to assure the public that it's not a PR stunt. Kanye West said in a series of email statements to Vanity Fair, published on Tuesday, that his apology letter to the Black and Jewish communities was not a part of a strategy ahead of his new studio album, Bully. Instead, the rapper insisted that these remorseful feelings were so heavy on his heart and weighing on his spirit, and that he owed a huge apology once again for everything he said that hurt the Jewish and Black communities in particular.
We got winning the game. All right. Where were we?
I'm a sap. I'm a complete sap, a sucker. I fall
we
for it every
established
time.
that early in the broadcast.
Don't say that word now.
It's a sucker with a hard R.
Okay. Okay.
Why you a sap?
That's worse.
Because but it's different. It's not. Anyway,
What is that?
You guys.
I am believing Kanye West. He put out a statement in the Wall Street Journal apologizing, and I know everybody says he's full of shit and he's just trying to sell another product, and I know he's apologized before, and maybe this is why I lived in a cult. I don't know, but I believe him. I'm all in.
I kind of am too. I like it. I like accountability. Same. And giving reason.
It felt different this time.
Yeah.
It did. I think he went a little bit more in depth.
Are y'all related to this nigga?
No, I'm just trying to find my words. I think that when your back hit the wall and you start looking at the shit that you did wrong, and it's a self-reflection thing there. But I don't like that you put it on something else. You get what I'm saying? Like if he was still in the billions and still rising to the top, he had the same stance. And I don't know if that I would say that.
If your family distances themselves from you and all that shit, maybe.
What stood out? What made this apology different for you guys? It's really long. I was going to read it, but
you should.
It's long.
It is long.
Yeah, it's pretty long. I think one, it was an unqualified apology to me. He said what he did wrong. He acknowledged how he hurt people, and he talked about what he would do to make it better. For me, that's really important. He gave context for a long time. He's ducked the mental illness stuff, right? Or other people have ducked it for him. When we point out, even on this show, he's dealing with mental illness. How do you know he got that? How do you know he got that? He's dealing with mental illness.
What do you mean by he ducked it? I'm just curious.
There were moments where he pretended that wasn't the case, and then there were moments where he acknowledged certain pieces of it but attributed it to something else. More recently, he's been more honest and forthcoming about his mental illness. Here, I think he went into the greatest depth, not just of acknowledging mental illness, talking about
the car accident,
the roots of it, talking about his manic behavior, naming it, and talking about what the consequences and the symptoms are of those mental illness issues. For me, that was important because he was tying it together without making an excuse. He wasn't saying like it's not my fault. He was saying here's what happened, here's how I got into it, but here's how I doubled down on it, right? Because there's something compelling about that stuff. He wasn't asking everybody to forgive him. A lot of times the apologies be like, I apologize, I need y'all to get over it, let's move on. He was saying, I don't expect that. I'm asking for patience, I'm asking for, I'm growing, I'm going to figure this out. I'm just letting y'all know that I know I fucked up. And not just the Jewish community, but also the Black community.
That was the biggest difference for me, is that he remembered he was Black and spoke to some of the issues that he may have caused and the feelings he may have caused within the Black community. In the past, that was like an afterthought or not even mentioned.
Yeah.
So, that was different for me. And you're right, the whole not really asking for change in how he's received. Like kind of understanding this is what it is and this is a result of the damage I've done. That felt a little different.
The difference for me, like you said, was again, he always was like, yo, I don't need medication, I don't need this, I don't need that. He came out and said, yo, I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he said, during my manic states, this can happen, that can happen, this can happen.
Can I read that? It's because before you finish, because I think it was important. He said, you describing the state you're talking about. He said, you feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality you're losing your grip entirely. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insight. You feel powerful, certain, unstoppable. I lost touch with reality. That, to me, was Kanye the last few years in a nutshell.
I don't want to be insensitive. It's a Jay-Z line that said, my mind was fine till the dough hit it and told me that the mo did it. I think this nigga's power, I think this nigga's money.
What that line mean?
Niggas will blame it on the liquor, it really be the bread. And I think, because some people might not. I think that this nigga's money and power had him seeing like, all of you people are expendable and I don't need y'all because I'm up here. And I think when you get knocked down, even though however you come to the realization is still a blessing, I think that when you get knocked down sometimes and you get into your self-reflective mode, the truth comes out and it becomes more apparent. So we can appreciate the truth, but I just don't know if he never got his ass whipped, would he have been coming back down apologizing to the black people?
Freeze, what's up? Break up some of this kumbaya shit they on.
I ain't believe none of it, honestly.
Really?
It's just because I've seen this, granted not to this level, but it's just like the song and dance. I see him do this. Like, you see, you make your album cover, I hate being bipolar, it's awesome. Like you playing with certain shit. Like, I just see Kanye offend, apologize, sell. Offend, apologize, sell. So it's such a pattern that I just feel like we were back here again. And I will give him the fact that you said I don't expect everybody to accept the apology, because I personally I'm on the side of the people that don't. Like, I just, this is you. I've seen this too many times to accept that this is you. It's going to take more than this to show the change. And this could be step one, but you got to continue to do the work. And that ain't going to do it for me.
And that's what he said. I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. Earn your forgiveness. To me, that's important. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. I thought it was beautiful, honestly.
Freeze, do you feel like you have a lack of compassion?
Nah,
like I don't just mean to Kanye, just period, like you, Ice.
No, I don't think so at all. I just think that, I think a lot of times people be full of shit, bro. And I think a lot of people try to play on people being empathetic. So it's like, if I can appear sincere and if I can tug on the heartstrings a little bit, I could get you back on my side. And especially when they've seen it work.
I'm glad me and you friends. You got the greatest heart in the world. Because when I hear him talking, I mean, like the homeless topic, like this topic. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there thinking, the Ice family come from the church. Ice got dropped off to school. I can't figure out why he don't be on the other side of things.
Nah, man, I just believe that people will show you who they are. I think that a lot of people will get over if you allow them to. And I think that a lot of times niggas is real smart, bro. They know how to play the game. They know how to tug at the heartstrings and get you sympathetic just to sell you something. Do you feel like, hold on real quick. I just got another email yesterday with Kanye's store announcing new items. That matters to me when I see this. Like you did an entire email blast. Hey, look, we got all of this right here for sale. Every time your name trends.
Do you feel like you having that look prevents you from seeing people for who they truly are? Because it looked like you put people automatically in a box. If somebody does something, I heard a lot of times you saying that they might be full of shit, or I don't accept that apology. Like, this is not the only time you took this stance. So can that thought prevent you from actually seeing somebody? Intentions. Intent don't matter to you.
Intent matters, but we don't know their intent. You never know nobody's intent. So I give people that I treat people as I don't know your intent. You could be full of shit, or you could be perfectly honest. I judge you off your track record. So if you continually do this same thing, I'm gonna think this is you after some point.
Interesting.
I like what the letter does for maybe people that are dealing with mania or bipolar disorders or any of the similar personality disorders, because it's pretty honest and outgoing, forthcoming, where he's saying, when you're in these episodes, you don't know that you're having an episode, and you think everybody else is crazy for calling you crazy, but you're not. You're going through something.
Right.
And that's the depth.
And I'd have friends that have dealt with this and sometimes even champion some of the things that Kanye says.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that maybe seeing this will be like, oh shit, this might be a awakening point for them. Some folks.
I asked,
Like for me reading that, I read the apology when I got all the way to the end because it was a little long. But when I got to the end, like I had to sit with myself for a minute. Like it wasn't even. It was no longer really about Kanye. It was about me and recognizing that I don't have a personal investment in the matter one way or the other. Like it's not. I'm not about to rack my brain with, are you lying? Are you being honest? Are you selling something? You have a track record. You did this. You went in TMZ and you did, like, that list can be long. No, not today. I'm praying for you, dog.
Right.
That's the extent of where I'm going with this.
Can both be true though.
What you do with those prayers? No, I'm just talking about. I'm not really talking about sentiment. I'm talking about just like time. I refused to, like, even with this topic, I feel like we've done this at least 16 times, I feel like. So I've given it all the energy and effort. If you're healthy, I think that's wonderful for your children, for your family, for Kim, for your loved ones, the people that actually care about you, like, personally, greater than your artistic contributions. Yeah. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, if you're lying, then you're lying. Like, this is totally...
Yeah. Like, this ain't enough, but time will tell. But like I ask a question.
But it ain't going. But time is going to tell who?
Whoever he's trying to convince.
Because you're not going to be invested.
The time ain't going to tell me. The time is going to tell him and his.
It's going to tell whoever he's trying to convince.
And you can't say. And again, I don't know if he's being sincere or genuine or not. I don't know. But you can all say that, he's putting out projects and niggas don't even remotely talk about the projects.
Yeah.
Him as an artist and as being one of the biggest artists we've ever seen in our lifetime.
And greatest.
In our lifetime.
Yeah.
Not in this, forever.
Yes.
Dog, that has to be having some effect on him, saying, yo, dog, how did I get here? I remember when I would drop, the world would stop for me. Now, how did I get here? It's not even a whisper. So now it might put you in the closet, to Ice's point, to say, yo, let me write down some shit to win these niggas back. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just looking at it objectively.
Because it's real quick. Why Wall Street Journal? Like, that's a question I asked. Of all the places to put this apology, that this well-written apology, why you go to Wall Street Journal?
People that he's trying to reach out to, that he offended.
So I'm trying to get a message to certain, again, which goes back to intent. I can't speak for his intent, but if you look at the whole, it could look away.
But if he made
I'm trying to get these business niggas back on my side, bro. I'm fucked up out here.
I got you there, man.
I'm trying to get the business world back fucking with me. So let me go over here where I know they're gonna see it.
Can't both things be a little bit true though?
Yes.
Like,
They could
I
be.
said a bunch of really fucked up shit, embracing the swastika, so on and so forth. That was wrong, and I would like to get my business back right. Like, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with the venue, because I don't know where, if you put in Variety, if you're going, I mean, there's no place you could put it where people wouldn't have that same criticism. You put in New York Times, there's something. He paid for an ad in a major newspaper. I'm okay with it. If you pick the Washington Post, there's a right. I mean, there's some politics attached to it, some of these outlets too. So I'm okay with that choice. Like, I think the best and most encouraging thing for me is that, and Joe's right, we've talked about this a bunch of times, but the last time we talked about it, there's been no more drama since this time. A lot of times, Kanye apologizes, then does something fucked up, then he apologizes again. Yeah. When he apologized to those rabbis a couple months ago, we haven't heard anything bad again, and he hasn't been out on the scene a whole lot. To me, that also is encouraging. The fact that he kind of has been behind the scenes, I think he really might be doing that healing work. That for me is the most important thing. On just a slightly different note, but connected, I had a doctor on my show last night, a psychiatrist, a trauma psychiatrist, because the thing I was trying to get a hold of is, how authentic should we take his claim that the most racist and vile shit he said wasn't coming out of his heart, but simply was attributable to this accident? And she said it's entirely possible that you could not be an anti-Semite, that you could not be anti-black, whatever the thing might be, and still say these awful things because of a mental illness.
For sure.
But I think that's important to know, because I think one of the lingering thoughts a lot of people have is, all right, that might have been why you said it out loud,
But you still
said it. And I think it's important to understand. People don't understand how life-altering and mind-altering a mental illness can be. So I just think that's important for people to know. Again, I can't speak for Kanye because I don't know him to know, but I think it's important for people to know that it is very, 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 very possible, according to her.
The thing I had questions about was the car accident, whether that could happen, and I didn't really think about, but like CTE and all that stuff, like it's all false.
I asked her that too.
Yeah.
Dr. Alana Curry is her name. I said, could that have actually changed all this? She said, any accident that can shatter your jaw will also move your brain around.
Yeah.
And anything that moves your brain around could absolutely change your mind. And then when you add other traumas, other situations, and maybe mental illness that you already had,
right,
that mixed together can lead somewhere really unexpected. So,
yeah, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just, for me, I'm putting celebrities in whatever box they're supposed to be in my life. When the slaps get here, if the slaps is there, then that's when I'll be there. Outside of that, I hope the brother's doing well.
Yeah.
I pray for him, but it's not really my business.
Fair.
That's an interesting.
Joe, when you pray,
I don't like.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's an interesting stance that you take, right? Because we all go through things, and we would hope that people would be invested and want to understand us, because that we're in the business of people pleasing. We were talking about that earlier, and when I mean people pleasing, I'm talking about like catering to the masses. So you would hope that if something happened, people could look at it like, that's not really him. He had a moment, so I'm invested in seeing his healing process so I can still support him. You know, that's what I would want. You know what I'm saying? So when you say certain things like that, like I'm not invested enough, it throws me off a little bit, which I respect and understand. But I would think that a person like you, who was giving, who was caring, would want to see someone grow, or would want to see the process of what's the next step for them. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't know if
I'm not sure I'm all the way clear, but I mean, am I sounding like I don't want him to be well?
No, you do, but you just say I'm not.
He wants you to be more invested in it. If you care that much about people, why aren't you more invested in his healing? Is that, am I reading?
Yeah, something. Yes, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why would I be?
Yeah.
Why would I be?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's Kanye. I mean, you know, like, just as a human.
For me, everything really ain't for public consumption. One. So once we start talking about mental health, physical health, and spiritual health, normally when that's not right, we come to learn that because someone's on the internet not being right. Like that's where the public is seeing this. Mm-hmm. For others, that's time for your real family, friends, and loved ones to kick in. It ain't for a nigga that you don't know, a nigga that you was on a record label with. It ain't for that connection doesn't exist for me.
What happens when you isolate them and you don't have them loved ones around that can kick in? You kind of run, where else can you go?
Well, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know. But Kanye has many people in his life that love him and care about him on a deeper level than his artistic contributions and what song he has and what, clothing he has coming. Like, that people please point was interesting to me. And that would have been a great segue to do our conversation. But I think if you go run into the public for anything emotional, you playing a dangerous game.
Facts.
True. Yeah, I agree.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
I'm aware that people play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into that.
Me neither.
Yeah, because I think it could definitely go
either way.
No, the odds are it's going to go the other way. Because the people online inherently, in my opinion, are mean. So if you're looking for them for some sort of comfort or validation, and they start cursing your ass out and calling you all types of names and shit, you could spiral out of control deeper into whatever abysmal state you're already in. I just think, yeah, that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, recently fucking picture of Ray Rice and his wife.
Yeah,
was going viral.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray Rice is a junior varsity football coach at a high school. Him and his wife are still together. and they both are very active in the Baltimore community in terms of philanthropy and donating to abuse cases and abuse causes and yada 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 yada.
And he listens.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah, he told Michael Penn, "Well, ass up at that gym one time. Going to them little YMCA gyms, you very careful. You don't know who in there balling. End up in there having a Garvey Rice." He's another one that came to the internet, and I gave a really thoughtful and beautiful apology. He worked through. He did the work. He healed. He stayed with his wife. He fixed the issues. Afterthought.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
The internet don't give a fuck
People don't really
about that.
care, yo.
They don't. The internet don't want you to get better. They don't want to forgive. Like none of that shit, bro. We're gonna hold you to this right here, no matter what.
Forever.
People don't really
Whether you
care.
do-
I
whether
think
you-
the sooner you learn that people don't care, the better.
Yeah,
True.
And I'm one of those people. Sorry.
I think I got to learn that. I think
One of the people that
my wife tells
I
me all the time.
don't care. Like my care is designated to those that
I care about.
I willingly and freely give it out to. That's at my discretion.
but the difference.
That's that's these Stan hives running around with all of this other shit. And later when we talk about the other murder in Minneapolis, I do want to get at hip hop for a little bit.
Same.
I do.
Look, you were saying you don't care. It's not that the internet don't care. The internet loves to demonize and villainize. So the people that don't care were just like, all right, well, whatever, keep it pushing. But then you got the other ones who just want to hold you right here. Like it don't matter how you grow or how you do the work or how you apologize or how you try to make things better. But some people, it is never going to be enough. You did this and this is it. And that's not caring. That's actually giving a fuck.
Listen, I'm praying for him. I'm praying for him. That's what you get from me, Kanye. I hope that you mean your apology, and I hope everything goes well.
Sure.
But that's the extent of it there for me, huh?
No, I was going to ask you when you're praying for people. Has Ray J entered your prayer list?
Why does Ray J need to in my prayer list?
He
did Ray J
announced yesterday that he almost died. Did you see the story?
No.
Oh yeah. I think you put it on the board, but he.
Oh no, he was just his heart is beating at 25% now, and he was saying how bad it's like it got bad.
So he got congestive heart failure.
He didn't say the word, but he was just saying his heart.
What he tweeted was or posted on Instagram was, just almost died. I'm alive because of your prayers and support. Then he went on to sell some stuff or advertise the Tronics Net, but then said that that his heart was beating at 25%, and I think he had pneumonia at one point. I don't know what's true and what's not because it's Ray J, and so unfortunately there's some people who think he's crying wolf, but just wanted to say, just to be safe,
right,
send some prayers out for him and hope he's okay, and hopefully just telling the brother to slow down and recover if he's dealing with heart failure, because that's something you don't play with. You don't want to play with your heart.
It is no joke.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just queue up outstanding. You niggas are any other sad shit about somebody that's fucking
rest in peace,
bad shape?
Sly Dunbar, the legendary drummer from Sly and Robbie.
Yes.
Reggae legend. Crossed over into multiple genres. He passed away, I think he was 73, I want to say.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
No, you're fine.
All right, I want to talk about Alex Honnold.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Alex Honnold. If you don't know Alex Honnold, hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. Alex Honnold is the guy that climbed, that free scaled
Taiwan 101.
Yes, Taiwan, the Taipei 101, not Taiwan. It's in
Excuse me,
Taiwan.
Taipei, in Taiwan.
It was the Taipei 101. He climbed it. It was 6 1,600 feet tall.
Is he white?
1,667 feet tall. He is white, but he's a different type of white. I forgot. He's French.
Okay.
He's French. He's
That's pretty white.
He's one of the whites. Listen, I was unfamiliar with this guy. I saw a bunch of people saying, holy shit, what is this guy doing on Netflix? I turned it on, and it might have been one of the greatest things I think I've ever watched. And since then, he's been on my algorithm everywhere. And the things that he has done, the shape he's in, how he prepares for these things, how his brain processes or doesn't process fear. Like, that was really incredible. His wife was on like the 90th floor waving at him, cheering him on. Then it's even that part, right? Like, when you into this type of daredevil shit, like getting your wife to be supportive in this is absolutely nuts to me. And he did this with no string,
no harness, no parachute,
no none of that. Just nothing. Just a rope tied around his belt loop with a little thing holding his powder for his hands.
My God,
that shit was nuts.
It makes me nervous even talking about it. I don't fuck with heights at all.
I hate taking photos on that balcony.
Nah, y'all gotta understand the way this building looked though.
I saw it.
It was shit. He had the like little sculptures out. He had to climb around and little breaks in between. It wasn't just a straight shot. And
I don't
did that
care
shit
what
like
kind
an
of
hour.
shot it was.
Yeah, they're not respecting my man. Hold up, man.
When's the last time most people were actually afraid? You know, like, when's the last time people faced actual fear, particularly physical danger, like anything where they could actually get hurt?
Listen to his brain.
Because I think that if you don't experience real fear from time to time, you don't experience real danger and other things, then your mind just sort of creates fears out of nothing. I mean, like, I see that, like, when I travel, like when I'm in airports, I always hear people like stressing the travel experience, like, oh, what do we do with security? What do we do here? Like, what if we miss the flight? What if we, and you're like, chill. You're like, you know, you're in a climate-controlled airport. There's food everywhere. There's abundance all around you. Like, what if you
ain't grow up in the
3 hours
hood.
late? Like, who cares? You know, like, how could you get so worked up about things that do not matter? And so I think that the more real experiences you have with real fear, real danger, things like that, the less likely you are to make mountains out of molehills. You know, to worry about the stuff that doesn't matter.
This guy has gained a fan out of me.
People frequently ask, how do you get down? And the answer is, it depends. Generally, I walk down. Sometimes I down climb, sometimes I rappel. I mean, I have solo things where I carry the rope and then rappel back down. But for the most part, most things that you free solo are big cliffs and you can hike off the backside. So you just climb up and then scramble on down the back.
Absolutely
How does
not. Absolutely
My
not.
heart is beating fast to just hear them say that shit.
Dead ass.
Privileged life.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
This guy might be the greatest athlete I ever seen. I'm drinking the milk. Pause. The Kool-Aid. It's not milk. It's Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he's white, so it's
Kool-Aid.
No, it's white.
Milk
It's
could be
milk.
to get something else.
It's almond milk.
Oh,
Kool-Aid from like.
I don't even see where your brain decides that this is something you want to experience.
dead ass.
No, it goes in levels. So he probably started doing smaller structures.
Did you see the movie?
And you start challenging yourself
No.
and challenging yourself and challenging yourself.
Watch the movie. He got a movie called Free Solo, and again, I was like, all right, this dude is bugging.
Sorry.
I watched it because I saw the tweets about it. So let me just see what the hell is going on. So I watched it. I was like, all right, this dude. I watched it to see if maybe he would slip. Or
This was a live stream of
this
him
was a
climbing the
live
building.
stream. Yep. I even checked. What time is it over there? Because there was a whole crowd on the street watching. They had a crew out there and everything. But he did that shit with no slips, no none of that. He smoked it. And I'm like, all right, this dude's bugging. So then they started telling me, go check out Free Solo.
Okay.
He different. He climbed this shit like it's nothing.
This
he do
little
this shit in his
1,600-foot building was like him going to make coffee.
Yeah.
That was light work?
Like,
Yeah,
once you go look him up. In 2010, he did a retro on-site free soloing of the original route on the Rainbow Wall, which is 1,000 feet. That's Red Rock, Nevada.
Okay.
2012, he free soloed the West Face. To my knowledge, he did this a few times. So, free soloing the west face of El Capitan in Yosemite.
Okay, I think I had that operating system.
That's not telling me how big this is. It's not telling me. Okay. 2012 on-site free solo of La Fiesta de los Biceps in Spain.
I didn't even know, like, how are these buildings? How are they climbable? It's all glass and shit. Like,
Nah, it's like
Spider-Man shit?
It's just a little fucking in between the glass. He grabbing. Like, and then he dipped. The crazy
when he
shit
put
is
his
when he
little
hold
powder, when he put that little powder on his hands and get to climbing and moving, sometimes he had to go to the
gotta go
side.
around. Yeah.
This was the scariest shit ever. Shout out to Netflix for even thinking to live stream something like this. I want to know what the liability was if this guy falls face flat on the earth.
Word.
The talk is going around now about how he was underpaid. They gave him $500,000.
It's a nice day.
No, it ain't.
Shit.
So I saw somebody break that down of how the business could get you.
Right.
All they could do is say, like, all right, you got the name. We offer you this. You want more. Because they said he wanted more money to do it. All right, cool. We'll go get Mr. No Name over here who will climb this building. But you want to do it with the whole Netflix and all of that. So either you take this deal or we're going to go get somebody else to do it. You kind of back into the wall.
I don't know. You're not. I don't think the list is long.
I was about to say
of people that are going to go just